Welcome to the Dr. Adoni Show. Fans of Dr. Adoni call him the great genius, a figure that Nostradamus wrote about. His theories in math and astrophysics are used by government agencies. His theory E has proven Newton and Einstein are wrong. His prime algorithm is used by the NSA. His planetary distance formula is used by NASA to find new planets. His EOE theory is used by the USGS in earthquake prediction modeling. He founded 2 different think tanks, including Helix Q, the artificial intelligence think tank. Dr. Adoni is the founder of the cryptocurrency BizBytes. Dr. Adoni is also the founder of the One Media Network. One Media produces dozens of podcast shows for the iPodcast network.
This is Dr. Saul Adoni. Welcome to another segment of the Dr. Saul Adoni Show. You can find more segments at sauladoni.com and ipodcast.org. Sauladoni.com is SOLADONI.com. This is Dr. Saul Adoni. That's SOLADONI.com. You can go to my site. You'll see all the videos about coronavirus I've been doing right here. There's over 9 of them, so there'll be 10 of them after this one. You can play them one by one and see all these videos on YouTube, timestamp, showing that I've been accurately predicting the rapid death count around the world of coronavirus outside of China. Anyway, the videos are all right there. I'm very famous as Solog, SOLLOG.com. That's my religious name. I use Saul Adoni in business. What I'm going to be talking to you about today is the death count of coronavirus. Now, here's a group on Facebook. You can go to facebook.com, groups, /COVID19.coronavirus. So, this is a group where you'll see my warning here. It's put in there yesterday about the future of the coronavirus. Now, when there was only 11 dead outside China, that was 20 days ago, 20th of February. Yesterday, March 10th, which is 20 days, or 19 days actually from then, there was 1,150. So this was put out yesterday after the death count clears. There was 1,150 people. It's already gone up 300 today, over 300, 310. So exactly what I'm saying, 28% daily growth is happening. I've been saying it in all my videos since this video here, February 27th. So there was 70 at February 27th, and I was showing 10 days, 700. It happened. In 20 days, there's going to be 7,000. By May 7th, people, everyone's dead. 7 billion. This is a bioweapon, people. It was unleashed in China, probably developed by China. Whether they intentionally or accidentally released it, doesn't really matter. It's released. It's doing its job. It kills 28% every day. Now, in this video on the 27th, I was talking about 25 to 31. That would look like the daily progression was going to be. Well, it settled right in the middle at 28%. Yesterday, I showed 28% on Facebook. Today, you have a 20% increase. So you go to a scientific calculator, you put in yesterday's total, 1,150 times 1.28, which is 28%. 1472. That's 320 increase. Here's the death counts on Worldometer or Worldometer. It's now up to 4,600. You got to back out China because China's info is fake. They're putting up fake information to deceive people. So once you get rid of China's, you see the global daily death count is 28% every day, and it's been that way for weeks, and that's why we need a global quarantine to try to get on control of that. Now, I doubt the world governments will do this, so people, just isolate. Lock the doors, come out when everyone's dead. It's going to take 100 days, maybe 120. Someone has to make an emergency run to get some food while the stores are still open. Okay, wear a mask and decontaminate yourself when you come back in. Shower, keep your outside clothes outside, inside clothes inside. The survivors are going to be those who can isolate. Maybe the world governments get together and quarantine. I'm not putting any hope in the world governments. So here's today's death count so far. Italy's now around 200. Iran, 63. You back out the 20 that's in China, which is a fake number, and you see we're over 300 deaths today. People, there was only 1,150 around the world yesterday. Now, total deaths here, this number, 4,600. When you back out China, 4,600 minus the fake numbers from China, 3,150. You're right at where I said, 1,450. 300 increase today. So my math is perfect, people. Now, I've been warning about this event for over 25 years. 1995, I found it. It's known as the Temple of Hayah. TempleHayah.org, that's Hayah. It's the true name the Almighty gave to Moses. So I'm a very religious person, and I have visions, and I write about them. And they've been coming true for 25 years. Anyway, in 1995, I said, 2020, the plague will come, bioweapon, 99.9% of people die. Will it be that bad? We'll know in 64 days. Because in 64 days, when we go at this rate, so 1150 times 1.28 times 64 days. 8.3 billion people. So that's bigger than the population. So in other words, we're looking at everybody dead in the 63rd to 64th day of this virus from this moment on. If it stays at 28%, and it's been 28% for weeks now. That's why the numbers are getting so high. Every day it multiplies by another 28%. So I'm issuing as the leader of the Temple of Hayah, and I also formed the Nation of One. You can go to nationofone.org, people. This talks about how the harvest has begun. Temple Hayah, welcome to the harvest. So this is all about biblical prophecy of the harvest, where the weeds, the tares, would be separated from the wheat and bound and burnt. That's what this virus is doing. The tares, the evil ones, are 99.9% of the planet, people. Why do you think it's not affecting children, the innocent? Well, unfortunately, when all the adults die that have the evil that they've been doing their whole lives, the innocent children, well, a lot of them are going to die. They're going to starve. So, right now, it's not killing the innocent. Will the governments recognize this for what it is, an extinction level event, and put a global quarantine in place? These are all variables that are unknown. My visions, I saw this event, and only what I call 6 million, the chosen 6 million, survive. That's 0.1%, people. 1 out of every 1,000, if they isolate, can survive. Some more of my sites, ipodcast.org. You can go there and listen to all my podcasts. Nationofone.org, templehayah.org, salog.com, saladoni.com. I've written over 100 books, people, in the last 25 years. Now, I was world famous after 9/11. U.S. media wasn't allowed to report it, but the rest of the world reported. Here's Der Spiegel. I was front page news after 9/11. So, September 14th, 2001. Who is Salag? You can see more articles on Der Spiegel, biggest paper in Germany, 2001, about Salag. And they lie. They say all these people that are my followers are meeple. Leo Phoenix is out of Phoenix. He's a young man at that time. He's 20 years older, so he's an older man, but he's way younger than me. So people, the media has been lying about me and my mission. That's why only 6 million of you are saved, because of how evil the media is, how evil the U.S. government is. They created a false case and hid me away for 5 years under Bush. They tortured me. I was in the ICU 4 times for beatings at the hands of Bush's goons. I got 6 case sites up in the U.S. Supreme Court over what I've been saying publicly on the internet for the past 25 years. Well, people, the harvest is here. I've been validated as the prophet of judgment. Yes. If you don't isolate, you will die. You don't want to believe in God, don't isolate. If you believe in God and you realize there's a prophet walking the earth now, well, you need to get right with God. Start reading my books. Go to templehayah.org. Read my books, the Book of Toe. Learn how to become a righteous person so we can restart civilization on this planet after this harvest is done, killing all the weeds, the wicked evil ones that don't believe in God. Do you believe in the Almighty? I sure do. So, you can go every day, see the death count climbing. And I'm going to tell you right now, this is a global warning. You isolate for 120 days, governments go into a complete quarantine for 45 days now. I don't think the governments are going to do it. So people, it's up to you to go into isolation for 120 days. 63, 64 days, basically everyone's dead. Another 60 days for the air to clear. The daily death count outside China is 28% daily increase. 7.5 billion dead, only 64 days, unless there's a global quarantine. People, this is no joke. This is real. This is the wrath of God. Doing the harvest that I've spoken about. Coronavirus deaths outside China. March 15th, I had an estimate for 4,000. Okay, so I gave that estimate, in February in my early videos about the virus. Well, people, this is in 4 days. Outside China deaths 4,000. China has 3,000 fakes. So you're looking at 7,000 dead. How can I give you the exact death totals, people? That will wake you up. You can't save everybody, people. Protect yourself, your family, your loved ones. And let the weeds, the tares, burn in the harvest. March 20th, 13,000. March 30th, 160,000. April 9th, 1.9 million. April 19th, 22 million. April 29th, 264 million. May 9th, 3.1 billion. A couple days later, everyone's dead except those who isolated. The only way these numbers will not manifest, people, is if the governments do a complete quarantine. And governments, you know who I am. SOLOG, S-O-L-L-O-G. Every one of your agencies have me on your radar because of what I said about 9/11. You know I gave exact details of 9/11 before it happened. My warnings about 2020 and a bioweapon are out there, people. I'm the one who warned and saves at least 6 million people. If it wasn't for me, none of you would survive. So, 6 million chosen, That's what I see is surviving. Maybe it's more if the government's quarantine and isolate now. This is Dr. Saul Adoni, aka Solog, the living word of the one above, God. Have a great day, people, and Godspeed. To listen to more podcasts from Dr. Saul Adoni, you can visit sauladoni.com or ipodcast.org.